4 weeks into this war, the battlefield seems to be shifting. Airstrikes intensifying on Iran. IRGC forces increasing their retaliatory strikes. Iran issuing a chilling warning to the US soldiers, asking civilians to leave the area where troops are stationed. And now, US troops are being forced to move. Take a look.
For weeks now, the US and Israel have carried out heavy bombardment inside Iran. Military infrastructure, missile sites and strategic facilities have been targeted in repeated waves.
So we estimated it would take approximately 4 to 6 weeks to achieve our mission. 26 days in, we're really a lot ahead of schedule. The Iranian regime is now admitting to itself that they have been decisively defeated. They're saying to people, this is a disaster.
Iran, despite taking massive hits, is striking back. What is now emerging is the scale of that retaliation. According to reports, Iran has struck American military sites across the region. In Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, multiple US-linked bases have come under fire. Persistent attacks have disrupted operations, damaged infrastructure and forced tactical withdrawals. The military base in Kuwait, which is next door to Iran, took the maximum damage. 6 US service members were killed in a strike on Port Shoaib. Iran's Revolutionary Guards have put the US troops on notice. It has urged civilians across the region to stay away from areas near US forces. According to New York Times, the Iranian attacks have caused damage to US bases, forcing many American troops to relocate to hotels and office spaces throughout the region. At US military sites, radar systems have been damaged. Aircraft have been destroyed or rendered inoperable. Some losses are linked to direct strikes, others to accidents and even friendly fire incidents during high alert situations. According to reports, the cost of damage and replacement in just first 3 weeks ranges between $1.4 and $2.9 billion. There are already more than 40,000 US soldiers in West Asia. Now the Trump administration is considering sending at least 10,000 additional troops to the region. This will significantly increase the number of US combat soldiers in the region. It is another signal that US is seriously considering a ground operation in Iran. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
And now Donald Trump has once again paused the strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure, also saying the strikes have been pushed to the 6th of April, 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States. So in a nutshell, the constantly shifting deadlines perhaps summing up America's war plan from the very start. It is unclear. Just to understand how things even reached this point, here's a look at the rapid changes that have unfolded just over the last few days. On the 21st of March, Trump went public with a sharp warning. A 48-hour clock was set with a threat to strike Iran's energy network if the US conditions were not met. But before that clock or the time could actually run out, their strategy changed course. Washington announced a temporary hold, stretching the window by 5 days, citing positive back-channel talks with Iran. Listen to this.
I've directed the Department of War to temporarily postpone planned strikes against major energy and electricity targets in Iran. With Iran, we've been negotiating for a long time, and this time they mean business.
And just when this extended window was about to close or expected to close, another reversal followed. Trump opted for a longer breather. 10 more days to that timeline being added. In fact, just a short while before his Truth Social post was put out, Trump said Iran was desperate for an agreement while also warning of force if the talks collapsed.
We are begging to make a deal. We'll see if we can make the right deal. If they don't, we're their worst nightmare. In the meantime, we'll just keep blowing them away, unimpeded, unstopped. Well, there's not a thing they can do about it. They can't do anything about it, you know.
But then here's the problem. Despite Trump saying Iran is begging to make a deal, Iran is not saying the same thing, of course. Quite the opposite. Tehran has flatly and most importantly repeatedly denied any ongoing negotiations as such. Iran says there are no meaningful talks, no direct contact with Washington.
Our policy is the continuation of resistance and the continuation of defending the country. We do not intend to negotiate. So far, no negotiations have taken place, and I believe our position is completely principled.
So this also raises that crucial question. Is the ball really in Iran's court? Or is it now clear that Trump cannot dictate terms? Because the goalposts keep shifting. From talk of regime change in Iran to Trump's claims that the US does not even need the Strait of Hormuz, arguing America has enough oil. But the reality is far more complex, to say the least. This may not be Trump's call alone. Global pressure has been mounting. We've been telling you about this. Rising energy prices triggering concerns the world over. And the US allies in the Gulf are watching closely because the Strait of Hormuz remains critical. Nearly 20% of the world's oil supply passing through it, which means any disruption there could shake the global economy. Right now, the signals seem to be clear. Tehran continues to hold the leverage, while Trump appears to be looking for an off-ramp, one that Iran is in no hurry to offer. And speaking of America's strategy, the US has unveiled a new weapon amid the ongoing war in West Asia. Uncrewed drone boats. Now, these are no traditional warships. They do not carry sailors or personnel. They can monitor, hunt, strike, all on their own. As per a Reuters report, for the first time, the Pentagon has confirmed deploying these unmanned surface vessels in an active war zone. These high-speed boats are reportedly designed for dual roles, basically, surveillance as well as direct attack. But it is their offensive capability that gives them that strategic edge. Let's just break this down further. Drone boats are traditionally compact, low cost, and built for precision strikes. Packed with explosives, they race towards targets at high speed and detonate on impact, acting as a kind of floating guided missile. Unlike conventional naval assets, they require no onboard crew, reducing the risk while expanding reach. And what makes them even more dangerous is their adaptability. Very significant. These vessels can travel long distances, operate for extended hours, cover vast maritime zones without fatigue. As per the Reuters report, the American sea drones, known as the Global Autonomous Reconnaissance Craft, have logged over 450 operational hours, more than 2,200 nautical miles during maritime patrols in support of Operation Epic Fury. And globally, the use of kamikaze boat drones is also evolving fast. Some advanced models, like the ones operated by Ukraine, can carry payloads around 2,000 kilograms, while other designs, like the ones built by Turkey, have the ability to operate in coordinated swarms, attacking targets simultaneously, overwhelming even the most sophisticated naval defenses. Now, this shift did not happen in isolation, of course. Sea drones have been shaping wars and conflicts recently, whether it is for damaging powerful fleets or targeting critical shipping lanes. Iran and its allies, like the Houthis, have invested heavily in kamikaze sea drones, in fact. Iran has allegedly used sea drones to attack oil tankers in the Gulf during the ongoing war, while Houthis have reportedly long used such weapons during their operations in the Red Sea. Kiev has also claimed to have extensively used these weapons for targeting Russian fleets in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. The US has also been trying to develop these weapons for a long time, reportedly against growing Chinese threat in the Pacific. So the message is quite clear. The future of naval combat is not just about massive warships or submarines. It's also about low-cost vessels capable of inflicting precision strikes.